It's not always about games, and it's not always good. Full frontal garbage.
Full frontal.
So, I'll have my video uploaded. I'll probably start the upload tonight.
Yep.
So I'll have that wrench restoration video going.
Mm-hmm.
But this all started like by having an eBay addiction kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because eBay, I don't know if you've ever used it in any kind of thing, has this ability to where you can like log on to it, and if it's like a used product or whatever, or someone's selling a thing, doesn't matter what it is, they can set it up to where you can offer them something.
Oh, like a trade?
No. I mean, like, you can offer your own price, and they can accept or reject it, or do a counter offer, and you can go back and forth.
So it's just haggling.
It's haggling, yeah.
Yeah, digital haggling.
But that's how I got this wrench. Is like, I went on. It's like, oh, geez, that's like $35 for a fucking wrench from like the 50s.
Yeah.
Really, really wanted one of these for no good reason other than the fact that I just think they're really neat.
Just an interest in it, yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. So I sent back like a super low ball, and then they sent back a slightly lower one, and then a back and forth. And finally I got it for like a decent, like $18, $20, something like that price.
Yeah.
But I kept telling Monica about it. It's like, yeah, you can totally just like give these people like back and forth offers for whatever. So now we have an entire engine block showing up on our doorstep at some point. Because she's like, yeah, I was haggling with this dude, and so I got it for like around 200. I'm like, you what? Bought a wrench, babe. You bought a fucking engine block.
Yeah, we just got to get the rest of the parts. Just start slowly showing up piece by piece.
Dude, it's so dangerous. It really, really is. Because it's like, I don't even know if it's an actual thing, but like, like the psychology behind, like, you don't have to change the price at all. You just have to put the sale sign on it, and people would buy more of it because they think it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Like, they could be ripping me straight off. Like, this fucking wrench I bought for like $20 shipped could have been worth like 2 pennies for all I know.
Yeah.
Because I know it's not useful for an actual tool.
Yeah.
Modern crescent wrenches that you can go to fucking Harbor Freight and buy a 3-pack for $5, will outperform this thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just so goddamn cool.
Yeah.
I had to have one.
Yeah, exactly. And that right there, like, what is true value? You know what I mean? When is something too much?
So as a tool, it's useless, but as like a cool, nifty thing that people like, yeah, totally valuable.
Exactly. I mean, because that okay, my bad.
No, you continue.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, that goes directly in hand with like scalpers and aftermarket nostalgia, hiking up prices and stuff like that. It's like back when I had no idea what I was doing and what I should expect. I was like, you know what? I kind of have a retro stiffy for playing old Nintendo games. So I got a refurbished Nintendo and Super Nintendo and started looking at the obvious popular games that everybody would want to get a hold of. And I found someone trying to sell frickin' Super Mario Bros. 3 for $500.
Oh, damn.
And that was one of the only ones I'd found at that time. And I
really?
mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll go into pawn shops and you'll see like PlayStation, like original PlayStation games. It'll be like $2, $3, $5, $75, $80, $5, and they're just two discs. They're just two cases side by side, right? And like the old shitty nobody knows game cases in perfect pristine condition sitting there $5, and it's sitting right next to a game made out of the exact same material, case made out of the exact same material, but then the case is all dingy and there's just like an $80 sticker, but that $80 sticker is on Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
like the original release, Final Fantasy VII, and it's like, oh, this is so cool, and it's like, yeah, but it's still just a game, right? So when is that? When does it make sense? When is it okay? When is it?
When is it collector's pricing versus price gouging?
Exactly. So if you ask me, it's like, if you thought that wrench was worth $20, fuck yeah, it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And I mean, it's an addiction, and I really do mean that, because like once you get the taste of, I got a deal, I got a really good deal,
Oh yeah.
I got a really good deal on this thing that I really like, you know, then you start like searching up all of the things you like, and
Exactly.
then offering deals, and like before I knew it, I was just like spamming offers to people, and I'm like, I have to stop. I'm gonna blow through an entire paycheck.
Yeah,
This can't
exactly.
happen.
Just,
So like I withdrew most of them. Like the only two things I actually needed or wanted was the wrench, and I ordered some stock materials for making a knife.
yeah.
Sorry to all my podcast listeners, all the podcast listeners that have to hear this constantly. I'm still getting used to having a microphone in front of me instead of dangling over me.
Oh man.
What with the better isolation and whatnot. Plus, on a side note, this is the most satisfying noise to me.
What is that?
That's the wrench rattling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but speaking
It's
of,
like
okay.
that's like movie like chunky metal noise of just like,
Oh yeah, it's just like a substantially weighted sound.
yes, I love it.
Yeah, but it's like, speaking of that kind of addiction thing, I had a friend who got into stocks in the stock market, and
Oh, dear Lord, don't even get me started.
he was talking about all that and talking about getting into it and learning as he goes and all of that. And the story isn't about him, it's actually about me. I absolutely refuse to get into the stock market. Not because I don't think it's legitimate, not because I think there's anything wrong with it. You know, I mean, I think it's great. The system's there, play it, whatever. So, don't bury yourself, but have at it. You know what I mean? If you know what you're doing.
It's legal gambling.
And I absolutely refuse to do it. I will not do it because I know for a fact I am going to put myself in the ground if I try that, because I might get lucky once, I might get lucky twice, and then it'll all be gone. I'm the dude. A story I tell a lot. I was on a field trip in grade school. I can't remember exactly what grade it was. I wish I did, but it was in grade school.
I know what story this is, and you need to tell it to people more often.
But we went on a field trip, and we were going to, I can't remember exactly where we went, like Memphis or something. There was a rainforest cafe. Maybe that's Nashville. I can't really remember. But there was like the rainforest cafe, and it was this really big deal, and it was really cool actually getting to go there. And there's all this stuff, and it was really cool. But one of the first places we stopped, I was sent with money. One of the few times I got to like go on like a field trip and like have money with me and stuff like that for like spending and food and all that. It was really cool. And they were providing food at parts of the journey, but we could, if we had money on us, there were places we could stop where we could eat, on our own time.
Like, they would give you a bologna sandwich, but you could also go to McDonald's with your own money.
Yeah, something like that. One of the first places we stopped was an arcade, okay? And little David is going through, looking at games to play, thinking, I don't need to spend too much, trying to figure out what I need to do. And I saw this game at the very front of the arcade. And it was the block stack thing where like the dot goes back and forth, and then you hit the button, and then it just drops right there where you hit, and you need to stack it up to a certain point, and getting to a certain height wins you a certain kind of prize. And I'm looking at it, and right as I'm about to just dismiss it and not care at all, I see a brand new, at the time, shiny silver slim form PS2, right? Mm-hmm. And that was just the coolest thing. I could win an entire console. And the thing is, right, like young Dave, that would have been my console. That didn't happen. Like we were not a rich family, so if we got anything like that, it was always shared among, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So that was going to be mine, and that's why I was so excited about trying to get that. And I blew every dollar I had. We had so much just time left in that freaking field trip, places we were stopping, places where we could get stuff, places where we could eat, and I blew every single dollar I had on that freaking game and won basically nothing. Obviously never won the PS2.
Yeah, you basically burned all of your money for like a plastic spider ring, maybe.
Yeah, your spooky spider ring. I had absolutely nothing, and I walked away from that machine just so absolutely defeated. And I can't remember who did it, but just to add insult to injury, someone walked up and was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I just blew all my money on this freaking machine." They look at the machine, look back at me, and they go, "Man, you're stupid."
No, okay,
a real kick in the dick.
Yeah, this is a kick in the dick kind of story, right? But no. What happens now is this is before we knew each other, obviously.
Oh, years.
What was it? 2 decades later?
Something like
or
that.
Is it close to 2 decades later?
Yeah, but this is teaching the wrong message.
I don't care what message is teaching. I'm gonna tell the story.
Okay.
Motherfucker, we go to like this Wednesday event thing, and we were gonna go bowling at this local fun place, arcade
Called
bowling alley
Hijinks
place.
in Jonesboro,
called
Arkansas.
Hijinks. Yeah, and couldn't go bowling because hey, it was apparently like league night or some shit. So
it was full, packed.
It was just packed, like teams everywhere. He couldn't get a free lane, so it's like, all right, screw it. We'll just spend some money and play all the arcade machines. Fucker walks over, drops $10 in a machine, and outspits a fucking PlayStation 4?
4 PlayStation 4, the terabyte PlayStation 4.
The terabyte PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Because I remember we're just having fun. I'm like, ooh, yeah, we got a few, virtual tickets to turn in and all this, and it's me and his wife, and we're just chilling, playing games and whatever, and then he just walks around like, hey Dave, what you got there in your arms? I got PlayStation.
I have PlayStation 4. My wife Christina, I swear to God, it looked like we just won the lottery. She literally like fell backwards,
Because,
like lost breath in her lungs.
You don't get it, because I've known her as long as you have, and I have watched her dump so much money into machines like that, not winning.
Yeah, and I told myself, like, because I remembered that freaking PS2, I will remember it for the rest of my life. And I told myself, I was like, that's not happening again. This is just kind of for fun. I was actually convinced to do it. I think Christina was the one who was like, no, God, do it.
Yeah, no, literally, he was about to walk away from it after spending like $8, because it was like $2 a round.
Yeah.
At like $8, he's like, you know what, I'm done. And Christina literally went, just one more time.
Just one more time.
And then we didn't think anything of it. It's like, yeah, he lost a few times. He'll probably lose again. It'll be okay, you know. I'll get him McDonald's. She'll give him a blowjob. It'll be fine. Fucker just wins a PlayStation 4.
And a blowjob. It was sick. No.
She was so excited it happened right there.
Oh, but
no.
Yeah.
Apparently he got so lucky with this, like nobody had done it, so they wanted to put our picture in the paper or some shit, which I never saw the picture.
Yeah, they took a picture.
Never saw an article or anything.
It went on a website, all that crap, which I didn't like, but I mean, you know, you're gonna play by the rules. But
two awkward indoor nerds and a trans girl just sitting there grinning weirdly.
But the flip side, back to the bad side of that coin, because there's so much more bad than good that comes from this level of like this way of thinking.
This all goes into shitty gambling tendencies.
It always turns up fucking bad, always, because you'll take your winnings and you'll go right back, and that's how you always lose. But for my birthday one year, I got like $50. Someone was like, "Hey, $50, here you go. You should get you something nice." I was like, "Oh, cool." And I was playing Rocket League a lot. And Rocket League still had the keys system and like the crate, like the loot crate stuff, and $1 for one key to open one crate is how it worked.
Yeah.
And I had you earned crates for free but you had to buy a key to open the crate.
Open.
So I
Or
had
you could trade for them.
I had a poop ton of crates, and I was like, you know what? You know what? Whatever. I just got this money out of the blue. Why not? I dropped $50 on 50 keys and got jack shit from the loot crates. Literally nothing. Because the way the game, the way the trading economy worked in that game, it still kind of works now. It's a little different, but there was like a tier system for rarity. You know, from like basically worthless to
RNG was not on your side.
Yeah, and the way it worked in Rocket League was, you know, because there's normally like a supplemental thing of like a certain amount of this equals this, a certain amount of this equals that. These kids didn't give a damn, not a single flying fuck about any of that. No supply and demand nothing at all. If you had a black market decal, you had actual physical gold, and people should kiss your boots, kiss the floor you walk upon. They should be thankful you grace them with your presence, and you should just hand everything over, including your body. And if you had 100 just basic rare items, you had nothing. Absolutely nothing. You were worse, lower than dirt. Didn't count. It did not matter. There were some people in some communities where that stuff was leveled out a bit more, but basically, unless you were one of those hardcore traders who knows just exactly how to like work the market, and you didn't play the game, that's just all you did was trade in these like forums and stuff, then yeah, you could eventually trade up. But for someone like me who's just kind of skimming the surface, just passing out deals like you said on eBay every now and then, dude, no.
Dude, like, yeah,
it's just $50 gone. Not even like $50 on a stupid skin. No, just gone.
And here's the other thing, is there's a level of technology in it too with like eBay, because like I save a few things that I like, and you know, like I've got a thing of leather scraps from a company that they keep, you know, restocking it, but like you can buy like 10 pounds of leather scraps for $20, $30, something like that. You know, there's a few like guitar kits, like a build it yourself guitar kits. There's some other things, miscellaneous stuff from companies, but like they sell through eBay because it's like, oh, this isn't our main source of income, so fuck it, you know, we'll just sell our extras on eBay, kind of thing. And you can still offer them money and shit like that for it, and literally eBay will go, ding, hey, you want to spend some money? That thing you like? They got it again. Go on, click the notification.
Have some.
Give me your cash. It's like, motherfucker, you know I want to, but it's gotten to the point now where I'm just like, nope, not even gonna read it, and just exit out of the fucking notification. Because like it encourages you to like send them an offer, you know. And I look at the notification like, kiss my ass. But it all circles back to like fucking just this addictive. It's such a good feeling when you get something that you think is like the deal, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it's bullshit things like on like markdown programs. Like, I'll tell this story until the day I die. I work at a big giant store with a emblem. Not gonna say what store that is, but
Yeah. Definitely not.
We got in. I think Christina would know what this was. The Katy Perry, like, not eyeshadow. What was it? It was, well, I mean, there was eyeshadow, but not what I was marking down. It was the mascara, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And original price for this shit, I kid you not, they were going for like $8.50, almost $9 per like little tube, right?
Jeez.
It gets better. So I'm an employee at this corporate conglomerate. Yeah, right. So I'm looking at this It's like, okay, it's been out here for too long. Got to mark it down. Got to get it out of the way. So I have access to the handheld to mark it down. I scan it and it tells you a bunch of information, functions to do all that. And they wanted to mark it down to like $4. Wow. Like more than half price, almost off. One of the key fields was how much spent on it. It shows you the cost. And 17 cents was how much they paid for it to be in the store. 17 cents. I could have marked this down to 50 cents and they would have made almost 100% profit.
That's just how that stuff works, man.
And it's like the whole concept of like getting it for a deal is such convoluted bullshit. But dude, like, I love it and I hate it.
It's just and the thing of it is it's never about the event that is occurring. It's never about the thing that you're doing. It's all about what causes that rush, that sense of thrill. You know what I mean?
Like, there's a really great sense of like buyer's remorse. Is like we get like credits at the store, and I got these pair of like in-ear earbuds, the wireless kind, that recharge in the case and all that kind of fancy shit. And I bought it on like store credit that they gave us. This is basically free money so long as you buy stuff at the store.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are really fucking cool and all this kind of stuff. And I got it and I was immediately angry. It's like, I can't be angry because I didn't spend money on this. But if I had spent money on this, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, like that movie
these
Skyline.
Are fucking garbage.
Like that movie Skyline. Well,
yes.
my friends, good friends, Will and Frankie, they worked at a movie theater. And so I got to watch a lot of movies for free through those guys, which was just fucking awesome. I appreciate them so much for doing that. Not that it like put them out or anything. It's just really cool that, getting to be that friend that people think about. It's really cool.
Getting to be the privilege of being that friend.
Yeah, and one of the movies we went to see was a movie called Skyline, I believe. That alien movie that came out. I don't even want to think about however many years ago now when it came out.
No, like it was the big movie, the summer blockbuster with like the blue lightning bolts in their eyes or something.
No,
I can't remember.
No, this movie came completely out of left field. It came,
did it?
Yeah, it came.
Because I remember seeing.
It was around the time of like Battlefield LA or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah,
it was around that time. There was like alien movies coming out. For some reason, the whole like concept of aliens invading Earth just started being a thing
aliens
again.
Versus military movies were a big thing.
Yeah,
I remember that now. Yeah,
and so this movie came out, and it was the hottest garbage, dude. Like, I'm talking a dumpster fire with the intensity of the core of the earth, burning like 1,000 suns on this pile of filth. It was just god awful, man. This movie was not good. It was bad. It was bad in every sense of the word. And
it wasn't even bad in the sense of like so bad it's initially good again because you can make fun of it. It was just bad all around.
Like it's a movie. I wouldn't classify it. Losing the word. I wouldn't classify it as so bad it's good. It's kind of like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter had that flair of like there was things to laugh at and it was just stupid dumb fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This movie was just so bad you cannot enjoy it when you're watching it. You just
in any facet. Yeah.
You can't in any facet. Like you go in with the right group of friends after the fact, knowing what it is. Then you can start ripping it apart and kind of having fun with it. It's something to talk about later and just like kind of like hold each other's hands in your little circle of friendship and understanding that no matter what you've gone through, it's going to be okay. You're going to get through this. So like you kind of make fun of this movie as a kind of coping mechanism for what you just witnessed. It's terrible. It's terrible. But it is like, and of course I'm blowing it out of proportion. It's funny how bad it is.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Is
But it's
it
not.
wouldn't be so. We wouldn't be so critical on it if it wasn't one of those summer blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
If this had went straight to DVD, no one would have thought twice about it.
But yeah. Anyway, I kind of went a little bit further with that than I meant to, because the whole point was I got to see that movie for free, and I literally felt gypped.
Yeah.
I walked out of that movie upset, and I didn't spend a dime on that movie.
I want my money back.
I should have been paid to watch this. That is time I'm not gonna get back.
I feel cheated, but the movie was free of my time.
Oh my God, Jordan! I'm not gonna say another word. That's a movie for the spoiler cast.
Really?
You haven't seen it. It's been years since I've seen it.
What?
That's a movie for the spoiler cast.
Huh.
Skyline.
Oh my God, yes.
That's a movie for the spoiler cast.
We'll definitely add that to the list.
Yes.
But speaking of the spoiler cast.
Yes, actually, I'm glad I brought that up. I'm glad I thought about that, because I wanted to talk about that a bit more directly now that we've kind of got things figured out. So for this channel, I have a Patreon set up. I haven't really been pushing it because so far I haven't seen it as truly worth it, because I wanted to wait until I had a good thing going with the YouTube channel and I had things rolling where I had something that I could definitively give as rewards, even though a ton of people just use Patreon as kind of like a tip jar and ways to just kind of like circumvent certain sites and their policies to kind of give more freedom to the content creator or the artist, whatever you want to say. And so I went ahead and made it. And what me and Jordan decided to do was once a month for the podcast, we would have what we are calling right now the spoiler cast, in which we watch a movie kind of like
spoiler cast, not the spoiler cast.
Yeah. And kind of like Monster Hunter, the new Monster Hunter movie that came out. And we knew going into it that the movie was just not going to be good. And
yeah, we had it on good faith from a fellow nerd that it was a terrible movie.
Garbo.
I haven't been able to play the game, but I know enough from watching David play the game that it was probably not going to be that faithful to said game.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, and it's not always going to be just like a matter of like, oh, the movie's just that bad, or we're just going to rip on it. But
yeah,
just movies. Okay.
Because another thing we need to do, and I think we really need to watch, because I really want to watch it, is we need to do good movies too. And a good movie to watch would be The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh man, I don't know if that one counts, because I could recount most of that movie right now.
I just want to watch it.
So anyway, we thought, we'll watch it and then that'll be something for the podcast, like once a month we can do that. That'd be really cool. And then we went a little bit deeper with it, and so ultimately what we decided is when we watch this movie, because me and Jordan, we communicate over Discord, so we get the movie set up in a way that we can kind of stream it together, and we'll watch the movie. While we're doing that, we record it. So we do like a little riff session, and it's during the initial viewing of the movie. So generally it's a movie we've never seen, and we just kind of like comment on it while we're watching it, and our honest reaction to things, and like some jokes and kind of riffing here and there just for fun. And what I've decided,
afterwards we'll do the podcast.
Yeah, and then afterwards we'll do the spoiler cast for it. The spoiler cast goes up on YouTube. We've got one up right now for Monster Hunter, like I've said. But the first video that we put up for the Patreon is I took that footage of the recording of us watching that movie, the initial viewing of the movie, and I cut it up into like a 20-minute video that's just like what I kind of consider to be the best content from that. And it's cut chronologically. And like I said, it's like 20-ish minutes, a little over 20 minutes, I think. So it's like
Yeah.
It's not watching the movie per se. And if anybody actually wanted that, I mean, by all means, you can let me know and we can kind of work on the format. But for now, it's our commentary cut to the movie as we were watching it. And then just...
because part of the reason we're doing it on Patreon is because of copyright issue.
Well, yes and no. Because it is transformative, so technically it counts. But there's this whole warble with it.
You're gonna have to hire a lawyer for that one, regardless of whether it's transformative or not.
So it's on Patreon, but it's also on Patreon as an incentive for Patreon, because YouTube.
Because you should hear our bullshit banter, because we're funny.
Yeah, but YouTube is also slow rolling, and that's nobody's obligation to handle, nobody's burden to deal with but ours. We're just trying to get this going, just trying to do what we can. But it is a way to directly support the channel in a way that allows us to grow the channel and grow the quality and,
Precisely.
Just be able to do more and output more consistently and at a higher kind of quality.
Because without your Patreon donations, I might lose my house.
Yeah, and
David won't be able to eat dank nugs.
Oh my god, I need those dank nugs. But that's what's going on. And I've been thinking about cutting up a little snippet and posting it to the YouTube as a kind of like trailer, as like this is what we offer on the Patreon. So now,
oh yeah, that would be a great idea.
And next podcast is going to be the spoiler podcast.
Yes. But
we kind of missed the end of March. I'm wanting to get it figured up to where every month you can expect a spoiler cast. So instead of it just being like every so many weeks, Jordan, I think the best thing to do would be like by this week of the month, we need to have it recorded.
Yeah, the fourth week.
Yeah, so the fourth week of every month would be the spoiler cast. So at the end of every month is gonna be the spoiler cast. We missed March technically, but technically it hadn't come up yet.
Yeah,
so
we're still shaky on the launch.
Well, yeah, but also it's because
this is in beta.
But also it's because we started like in the middle of last month. So
this is also true.
So there's that whole thing there. So we're gonna go ahead.
Literally started one month ago and one movie ago, going, it'd be awesome.
We should do this. And so this podcast is going to be going up this weekend. Next week is going to be the spoiler cast, when we're going to put that up in whatever movie we decide to watch.
It could be dweebs and pay-per-view.
But I feel like we should do another podcast and then do another spoiler cast, so that we can get lined up with at the end of the month.
Yeah, I'm game with that.
And so it'll be a little bit early. It might not be one podcast from now, but like the end of April, there will be another spoiler cast. And from that point moving forward, at the end of every month, there will be a spoiler cast for that month, along with the podcasts and things that we're doing. And while we're on the topic of like plugging things, something me and Jordan are super excited about for this channel, the Bumtastic channel, because I put out my content and like videos of me playing games by myself or just random little meme videos that I cut together and stuff. It's never really been like super focused on a specific thing. It's just kind of comedy focused stuff, just for fun, whatever kind of comes to mind. But we're also about to pull the trigger on a couple. There's no real, this is the best way it's known, is a couple Let's Play series. Specifically, the first one we're going to be starting with is a game I'm very excited to play, actually. It's a Paper Mario and the Origami Kingdom. Or Paper Mario, the Origami Kingdom. But I got a hold of that, and I got everything set up to actually start recording that footage. So that's something that me and Jordan are going to be tackling here over the next couple of weeks, is actually doing like a playthrough of that, and just kind of us just kind of hanging out and talking, and you know the format. I don't have to explain what a Let's Play is. And we've got other ideas that we're toying with and things that we want to do down the line, but that's something that we kind of wanted to kind of get rolling and have some fun with. We're both super excited about that. So that's going to be on the Bumptastic channel as well. Everything right now but the spoiler cast footage is going to be on the Bumptastic channel, free. Totally full access, no hidden stuff or anything like that. And it's just the Patreon, for those who are interested, it's like, I think it's like a $1 tier, a $5 tier, and a $10 tier, which is just kind of arbitrary numbers and all of that anyway. But the $1 is just like, you just want to support the channel, and that's super appreciated. It's just like $1 a month if you feel like you want to do that. $5, I want to say $5 is like, I'm gonna start doing a thing where if people ever support that, like donate that much, that'll be your name. Right now it's, yeah, anyway, sorry, I gotta finish my thought. Your name in the credits of all future videos. And then
yeah, I think having people's names show up in different tiers and such as that,
yeah,
I think that'll work really good with multiple different levels of how we reward our viewers for different tiers of support.
and let me check that to make sure, because like I said,
too, you'll have access to different tiers of things.
No, my bad. $5 is the live recordings. So the live recordings of the spoiler cast. So like that Monster Hunter video, which right now that's the only one. But like down the line, and I know that's one thing, you can pay now, but down the line it'll be this. But like down the line, we should have multiple videos up on the Patreon, and that one-time donation will give you access to all of those for that month. And then the $10 is the one that you still get the live recordings and all of that. You'll get access to those. But that right now is also having your name at the end of, having your name in the credits of videos, and it'll be a shout out. So it'll be in text, and then I'll read it out and all of that. So if that's something that anyone's ever interested in, it is there. But like I said, I haven't been pushing it really hard, because it's just, I don't know, it's just a personal thing. It just feels weird. So I'm kind of getting past that, and so I'm going to start trying to promote that a little bit more. And I figured the podcast is a really good, spot to do it, because it's not going to be in everybody's face.
Yeah.
But it's a way to support the channel. It's a way to support the channel directly, help us get, help us get the channel off the ground and moving in a good direction, and help us move forward into the future of the channel.
Monumentous momentum.
A monument. But anyway, so that is there. That's the content that we're doing moving forward, and that's what's going to be happening, and that's what you can expect. And I am very excited about it. Honestly, it's, God, this stuff is some of my favorite stuff that I do. Honestly.
Okay.
Especially the Let's Plays. I don't know why. I never thought that'd be something that I'd want to do, but I'm so excited to get that started.
Oh, I'm tremendously excited.
I'm
and like, not
bursting
only
with enthusiasm.
I mean, not only that, I mean, can you imagine, like, it numbs me and simultaneously fills me with such joy to think that one day we can do Let's Plays and get a supportive audience and have Patreon going good enough that I can be like, you know what? Fuck work.
And commit fully to it. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, but I mean,
if you want to help us stick it to capitalism, by all means, donate.
Oh man.
Oh, because at the end of the day, the real enemy is capitalism.
Yeah, as you can see, we're staying middle of the road on this one.
Nah, fuck the middle of the road. half in, half out, half ass, sitting on the middle of the fence so you can complain no matter who wins.
It's all
Bullshit.
It's all shit. It's all shit. Just start throwing things left and right.
Making $1 billion, flinging this shitty shiny cheese into your window every fucking morning. Here's your croissant, you fat piece of shit.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do content for Black Desert Online or not. I don't even feel like I know how to do content for MMOs.
No, dude, like my content is boring as hell on my end of it, because I don't know if it's because I like do tank classes normally,
Yeah.
or if it's just the fact that I'm terrible at MMOs. But it's like, I feel like people could get more of an enjoyment of, hey, watch this rubber ball bounce off this brick wall for 48 hours.
Although I found out apparently the Guardian is like just solid. She got buffed somewhere at some point and is just absolutely solid, especially early game. So do not
so
feel.
you have looked it up.
Yeah. And I mean, like, she's not like astronomically OP, but like I was looking things up on it, and it's one of those things where basically you start this character and you can kind of just start walking, and there's not really anything that can stop you early game.
Gotcha.
And then she just becomes solid as you move on from there.
Yeah, she goes from like OP to decent.
Yeah.
Whereas mine, I don't know about mine. I haven't looked mine up.
I think yours is just play style. I think your character has a specific play style that benefits that character more than others. Because with the Guardian, it literally is just walk up to something and then swing your big meaty hammer, or well, it's an axe. Just swing your axe and make them dead.
See, that's the thing. Is like the Dark Knight, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like the weirdest mix between like ranged attacks and non-ranged like melee.
Yeah.
And like every now and then I can time it right and I can get all the combos down to where it's like ranged attack, stun lock, smack him into the air, slam him to the ground, back off, ranged attack, and then like huge melee bonus damage critical hit, and then they go down immediately. And there's other times where it's like I just walk up and I'm like a woodpecker trying to get through an I-beam. Why does my head hurt?
Yeah, it does seem like yours is more of a single foe kind of focus.
Like mine seems like it'd be great for boss characters.
Yeah, exactly. Someone.
If I have 6 raiders surround me, that's just a gangbang.
And we've seen how that goes. Very squishy. Oh.
17 colors of purple.
50 Shades of ouch.
50 Shades of gay.
Oh man. But yeah,
no, what is it? Things that make you go.
But yeah, that's kind of the content that we've got cooking up. Things that have been going on.
Yep, expect great things in the future.
Great things in the future, and expect more uploads and streams from me. I guess now is actually a pretty good time to address that too. I'm kind of a couple weeks late on some stuff because I had a whole reshifting going on in my computer. I recently got a new NVMe drive that I wanted to be my new boot drive, so I had a complete clean install of Windows, which I managed to fuck up, fix, refuck up, and refix, adding like an extra 100 steps to the process. And what should
Microsoft bimbos.
What should have been like at most like a 12-step thing. But I got the clean install working. I got the drive working and booting the way I need it to. And just the past however long has just been getting my system back up and running, getting all the programs that I need re-downloaded, all of my saves and presets and profiles reset the way they needed to be. Just recently got the Valve Index, which I am just so excited about. I'm getting all the kinks worked out on that, getting it to where I can start streaming with that more and get some content rolling with that, which I cannot wait to get that off the ground. And then, like I said, things with Jordan and podcast, let's plays. And because things were kind of like destabilizing with your job for a little bit, and so like you being able to like consistently be on was a bit of an issue for a couple weeks.
Yeah, no,
but
that's going to continue to be an issue because retail is hell.
But at least as far as what we've talked about so far, things are now more stable to where we can get back to getting that out.
Precisely.
Which is cool. But yeah.
So welcome to Full Frontal Garbage Update Cast. I think it needed to be done.
Yeah. Just there was a lot to talk about, and there's just not really a good outlet that is directed towards anything to where people are actually going to see it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I got my Twitter up. And that's where I do things like I'll post updates on whether or not I'm going to be streaming, at what times I'm going to be streaming. And I try to use that. I'm getting more in the habit of actually using that for just posting random updates and things that are going on day to day. But I mean, there's not a lot of people who have followed the Twitter, which isn't a big deal, but that means that not a lot of people aren't going to be seeing that stuff. So as many updates as I can post a day, nobody's going to be seeing it right now. That's just how it works. And so using this platform, at the very least, is a bit more effective at the current moment.
Completely.
And I mean, the channel isn't big enough for me to have a community tab, so I don't get to just post stuff on YouTube and it just gets sent out.
Boo.
But that is how it be sometimes.
It be how it do.
It do be how it do.
Thank you for joining us. Catch us on the flip side next time on Full Frontal Garbage. Where's my cheesy, shitty, like Microsoft music?
That was the fade out.